Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Milan Weekly Podcast channel. On this episode of Milan Coast to Coast, we are going to be talking about Milan's match against Monza. Of course, we're going to go through the report card, so get your teachers' hats on, baby. Of course, we're going to be talking about all the countless injuries that keep piling up. We're going to talk about the Europa League draw. We're going to talk about the Coppa Italia as well. And, of course, we got the preview for Milan and Salernitana coming up. And I tell you, man, if you want to be here and you haven't already, please do us a favor. You got to subscribe to the channel. Please smash the like button, hit the notification bell so you're up to date with all of our latest videos. And if you want to be a part of the conversation, the 24-hour conversation, you got to join our Patreon. Find us on patreon.com and follow us at Milan Weekly Podcast. Tonight, it's not just me and Gio. We had to go get the gorilla from the lab, and he's staying up late with us. Boys, are you ready?
Let's go.
Ready, baby.
All right, baby. Welcome to Milan Coast to Coast.
Milan Weekly Podcast presents Milan Coast to Coast with your host, Gio and Fabio.
Benvenuti nella casa
Giro in area, si gira, sinistro, rete, gol capolavoro di Olivier Giroud.
Mignon with another magical save.
Teo Hernandez, coast to coast, del numero 19.
Leao carica il mancino!
Eccolo qua, Rafa Leao.
Boom, baby. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Milan Weekly Podcast channel. I'm Fabio, joined by, of course, my partner, Gio, and I'm joined by our brother from England, Lab Gorilla himself, John. Boys, we are Milan.
Coast to coast, baby.
Boom, baby. How you guys doing tonight? John, thanks so much for staying up late with us, man. We really appreciate you.
Worries.
How you doing, Johnny?
Yeah. Tomorrow's my first day of annual leave, so I'm here for a special occasion. Looking forward to you guys. Always super hyped to watch Coast to Coast. So it's very, very pleased to be here representing Milanistas 360.
Thank you, John. We really appreciate you staying late. Everybody watching, we appreciate you guys. Happy holidays to everybody out there. Merry Christmas. It's the holiday season, so before we get into the show and all the topics, because we have a packed house tonight, we got to do a little housekeeping. Presidente wanted me to put this out there. Of course, and happy belated birthday to our boy, Marcello, our Presidente here at Milan Weekly Podcast. And of course, on Milan Club Montreal, he wanted to put out, we have some winners of a special giveaway that we were doing. The Milan Club Montreal members, calendar prize winners are the 5 people there: Anthony, Sammy, Roberto, Giancarlo, and Christian. You are all winners of a beautiful and immaculate calendar to put up in your house. Please reach out to Milan Club Montreal. Marcello will have those things for you. So a little housekeeping there at the top. Boys, whoo, man, I mean, I got so much going on this week.
Before we head on,
what's up, baby?
Before we head on, can I send the link to the guys? Because I'm actually in that chat.
Okay, send it to him. Send it to him, man. You don't gotta tell me, just do that shit. All right, so and for you guys that look at Gio and say, Gio, what the hell are you wearing over there? Is that some sort of fourth kid for Inter? No, my man, all right? Despite the fact I am extremely late, I got Gio a little present when I went to Ecuador. So I got him the away kit for the Ecuadorian national team. So my boy is representing my other half. You know, I am married into an Ecuadorian family, so, you know, it looks good on him. Unfortunately, I'm a little too fat. I got to lose some weight before I can wear the South Americans. They don't know about us, some big Americans over here. So it's all right. She's looking good. It's not an Inter thing. Don't get twisted, all right? But I hope you like my new Milan gear. Picked it out. Looking nice, baby. All right. Let's get into the game. All right? The game was everything you could have hoped for. except that damn 6:30 and 3:30 start for UG in the morning. John, it was a perfect time for you. I believe it was 11:30 right before lunch.
Yep.
Perfect. All right, so started off the game immediately good. We had Rain Diaz 3 minutes into the game scores a goal. He did a little Salamanca-esque there, kind of danced around, find his way, and he, got a first goal. We were there flying. Of course, immediately, 20 minutes in, we, of course, have to have our first speed bump, and that's Pobega going down. We're playing a 3-4-3. Pobega ends up getting hurt. We have to pull in Simic. Finally, like we all expected, the kid was only ever going to get time if somebody got hurt, and that's exactly what happened. Simic gets in there, gets at the end of a Leao cross in the box. Boom, 2-0. Kids celebrating. It was just a beautiful thing to see the whole team surround the kid. Just one an ecstatic moment. You saw the picture of the parents later. Gee, I know you're Primavera man. How good was it to finally see Simic get his chance, and he takes and he capitalizes on it?
Nah, very happy, Fabio, for the kid, but like, let's be honest, everybody stuck to their bed sheets just because he scored a goal. Nobody's talking about how he won aerial duels, how he intercepted passes. Like, nobody's talking about that. Like, I guess this is a new day and age in culture. I got to get used to it. I'm going to be 40 in 2 years. We're going to be 42 years, right, Fabio?
Take it easy.
So,
breaks, all right?
So, like, but that's all that we're talking about. The goal, the mama crying, which is amazing. But it's like another thing, like, purely, like, you're just injuring players now. Like, Pobega, why did he need to start as a center back? Come on now, bro. When are these kids going to have a chance? So, I was just happy, Fabio, but nobody's talking about the defensive. You could look on, I think it's called Calcio S Scout. Shout out to them. They put all the what he actually did in the game. The only ones that were actually talking about what he did defensively and stuff. And then everybody's telling me, Gio, he's ripped like a beast. I've been telling y'all this motherfucker's an animal, and y'all barely want to, like, just because he scores a goal. But
you saw him in person over there. He played in your games too. So that's what makes it so, like, interesting. That why did Pioli have to wait so long? Whatever. Some people will say I'm a little too harsh on Pioli. He's damned if he does, damned if he doesn't. I don't know. But, John, let's talk about somebody who will give us 13 good minutes, John. That's all he had in him. 13 good minutes. Now, we take out Leao early to give him a little rest. We give Okafor a chance to come in. Now, supposedly, Okafor might have had a little knock at the end of the Newcastle game. Not quite sure. But after he scores a great goal, he immediately comes off about 2 or 3 minutes later. Looks like maybe he got a knock on the celebration. I'm not sure. But score a goal, get an injury. I mean, is this just bad luck? I mean, despite being up 3-0, we have to look 2 injuries in the face. How do you feel about this?
It's just very worrying going forward because our schedule's not really going to change. The Coppa Italia is going to begin in January as well.
Yeah.
So we have to start to think about that. So we really have to integrate the youth into the game. The Pobega injury is a freakish injury because you can't blame it on the fact that he's being overplayed. That's been an argument that Pioli has used quite a lot after games and said, we're just playing too many games. Pobega hasn't done that. And his is a tendon injury, so it's quite severe. And it might need surgery. So the press in Italy is indicating that the assessment will be in the next few days whether he's going to have surgery, and that's several months out. Yeah. Okafor, you must have seen the video of his celebration, right?
Yeah, like he goes on one knee and then like pops back up immediately. It was very strange.
Yeah, but there was a rumor from the Newcastle game. It was mentioned in the pre-game that he was carrying a little bit of a knock. To me, there's no excuse if a player is carrying a knock. Why on earth
put him in? We're up 2-0 at that point. Like, put Chikwueze on, move Pulisic, which is exactly what happened. Like, why did you need to put Okafor in the game? But all in all, Okafor still seems, even in the few minutes that he gets, that he should be getting more time. He put in, immediately had a good chance, which caused the goalie had to save. And then he gets at least being in the right spot. Finally, Drew does something right, but we'll get to that Yeah, I mean, a lot of injuries. We're going to talk about that in a second. But boys, John, you work at a university, right? So you must be grading papers sometimes, right? Things get a little difficult. People hand in some bullshit, and you gotta stamp the F. Failure. Boom. Repeat the class. That's what we're gonna do. Let's bring up the report card. Of course, this is always sponsored by our friends over there at FOTMOB, despite us sometimes not understanding where they get these ratings. Let's look at them, baby. Let's start at the back. Johnny, you're our guest. You know the deal. It's A, B, C, D, and F for a complete failure. Let's start with Magic Mike. They're giving him a 7.9. What's your rating on
I can't fault Magic Mike. I can't really fault him for that. He's a clean sheet. I'm going to give him an A. I am a nice person.
No, listen.
I leave it for. Go on, Gio. Get in there. Let's see what you say.
What's your? Because according, and I'm completely on the same side. I think Mike has an A. He only has one really big save to make on Kopani in the second half that was close in the box. I mean, just miraculous that he even got to it. But other than that, all the headers and shots they were putting in were directly at him. Very easy saves. Not much else to do for Mike, G.
Nah, they made that picture famous when he kicked it out. It's been going around like San Siro and then him just kicking it out. Magic Mike. I mean, now we're gonna be in real big trouble in the summer because Bayern are willing to give.
Do not jump topics. Do not jump topics.
But Magic, he getting back into form. A lot of people said that he had fell off because of the injuries, But hey, Magic, he's back. He's showing and I heard reports that he's willing to go from less than the 8 mil and 6-7. So if Magic want to do that, then he looks like he wants to stay. So
Absolutely.
Shout out to Magic. And that picture is iconic, man. I wish I could get
I know.
that on
I wish I had remembered to put it up, but if you haven't seen it, Milan's already put it out. It looks like the heavens are shining in above. I mean, it's just a remarkable shot. Speaking of remarkable, let's talk about our best defender. Fikayo Tomori, this guy has been on fire since that red card against Roma. To me, I'm sorry. I know he doesn't seem to have too much to do in this particular game, but whether being on the left side after Pobega getting hurt or starting on the right side in the beginning of the game, no matter where you put him, back three, 2 center backs, 3 center backs, doesn't matter. Fikayo is playing next level. I gave him an A for this game. G, what's your opinion?
I'm going to give him an A and shout out to they came out with a piece for his birthday. He's saying that he's more mature. He's settled in Italy. And that's what I like, man. I mean, he's defending for sometimes 3 players, Fabio, when we have Galavia in there, Theo as a center back. True. So I just want to say, everybody thought Tomori was just like a Chris Smalling. Chris Smalling is a fucking bum, okay? Everybody come out at United is a bum. I'm sorry. I know they are brothers and devils, but they're a piece of shits as a club right now. But Tomori, I mean, shoot, he should be starring for the 3 Lions, but they got a loser as a coach. But he's everywhere, Fabio. He's everywhere. He's a beast. But in the piece, he says that he's 26 now. He's stronger, and then he's more mentally just settled in, living. So now we're seeing the best of him.
Yeah, definitely, man. What's your opinion of Tomori's game?
He's an absolute A. I mean, from that amazing tackle he did at Newcastle game, he's been carrying on this form throughout this, most of the latter part of the season. I'm so impressed with him. You can't give him anything less than an A.
Absolutely. All right, so let's go, Johnny. We'll start with you here. Our boy Simon Kjaer. He first game off. He gives you as much time as he can. Played 67 minutes. He looked well enough. He was basically man-marking Colombo most of the game. Colombo really wanted to score against us. But I gave Kjaer a B. What say you about his return?
I'd say a B's okay. I was really hesitant about him starting the game. I didn't think he had 90 minutes in his legs. Sure enough, he didn't have 90 minutes in his legs.
That's when I saw Pobega get hurt, I was like, oh, shit. Is Kjaer going to have to stay the whole game?
Yeah, exactly. But wasn't it Kjaer that came off and then Bartasaghi came on in his place, right?
Did,
so no, Kjaer did okay. And the other thing that's quite visible when Kjaer plays, his ball distribution. It's
Mhm.
quite impressive.
It is.
Well,
It's always been
compared
one
to
of
what
his
he
strong
did.
points. Absolutely. G, what about Kier, man? We're on B's. What say you?
No, I'm gonna give him an A, Fabio, because he lasted that
Woo!
long. He lasted that long, and
Okay.
then that's another threat, Fabio. Like his passing ability, he could ping the balls into thing. I didn't even think he would give us. I think he would only give us 45 minutes, but 67 minutes. I mean, he gave us what he gave after being like 3 months off. I think he got injured in the first international break, which was in
I think
September.
you're right. Yeah.
So I mean,
Maybe not.
uh,
Maybe it was the second one in October. It just feels like it's been forever. But all in all, pretty good return. Let's just quickly go through. I'm not going A. I think A is a little too strong. He did look a little shaky at some points. But all in all, coming back off injury, I think B is a solid grade. Let's just touch base on Pobega. I gave him an F. I know I know it seems harsh. All right. But your best ability is availability. You don't play for months. All right. We don't give you a chance to play midfield. We throw you in this center back 3. You seem gung ho for it, and you get a fucking immediately. You break your hip. What are you, my grandmother? I mean, come on, bro. We got osteoporosis. Get your shit together. I don't like it. I'm very disappointed. Maybe I'm being a little too harsh, but I'm giving him an F. What say you, G?
Fabio, I'm gonna give him a incomplete, bro. I mean, what? He got to
Incomplete.
report.
Come on.
He gotta take summer school, because I mean, he's a 40-year-old or 50-year-old man. I mean, those hips are done, bro.
Yo,
I mean,
Shakira said those hips don't lie, bro.
no, his hip went out, and when he started moving, so his hips did lie. So I'm gonna just give him an incomplete, because I don't know Pobega, but I mean that's like Pioli's tactics. I mean, getting people injured. To be honest with you,
That's true. That's true, man. Johnny, you're the only one who works at a university here. Am I out of my mind? He's giving him incomplete. I'm just straight failing him. What say you about Pobega's?
Can I give him an E? Do you accept an E as a grade?
No, there's no E. There's no E.
There's no E.
There's no
Okay.
E.
All right, F there is then. All
F
right,
it is.
F it
All
is.
right. Some people are saying D. Levan Youssef is being kind. Give him a D. Barely passing. Or he's saying C now. All right, his changes is great. Well, I'm giving him an F. John gave him an F. Gio said he didn't finish the class. So sorry, Pobega. All right, so let's go for the guy. Excuse me, for the guy who did replace him. Usually I wait a little later for the substitutes, but you come in the 20-something minute, 24 minutes, you score a goal. We got to talk about you immediately. Let's talk about Giancarlo. And it's not the bum that plays for the Yankees for $23 million, wasting spots on the roster. It's Giancarlo Simic, and the guy scores a goal, played solid, and he just looked comfortable there. So for me, my man hit it out the park. There's another baseball reference. A for Giancarlo. What say you, Lab Gorilla? What did you think about the young guy?
Definite A. We were saying, I know, Gio, you've been saying his name for a long time. I was calling for him from the Frosinone game to be integrated into the match, into the team properly. I wanted to see him before this, and he did not let me down. He is an absolute unit, and he can play. He belongs there.
He does. And I don't let's not talk about him not getting enough time. Now, give him a chance to keep playing. Pioli, listen to us, all right? G should be on the roster. He should be somewhere in the back office, like Moncada's underling, so he'd be talking, yo, Jeff, this guy's good. Stop fucking around. Give him a minute. G, what's your grade on Simic, man? You've been talking about this kid.
I'm going to give him an A, Fabio. I mean, he won his duels, bro. I mean, one ground duel, one aerial, he won 100%. I mean, the kid is a unit. I just hope he gets a round of games, because when everybody starts getting healthy again, this is what we have to do. We have to switch the team in the Europa League, but still put a good enough team to have us advance until we get to the semifinals, and everybody, all our starters got to play. So
yeah,
I'm giving him an A.
Would you already think that he should be replacing Chow and Kalulu, like Marcus is saying?
No, we gotta give him games, Fabio. We gotta give him We gotta give him games. I need to see at least 10, because we seen what Chow is made of. Like, he has a bad game, but he doesn't go to shit. There's a lot of players that are young that if you have a bad game, bro, your career is basically done. They start doing dumb stuff.
That's true.
But, so, I mean, I got to give Chow on that. But Chow's not going to be back till like March or something. So just give Simic time.
My injury crisis report might say a little different, but we'll get back to that in a second. All right, let's talk about Capitano Theo Hernandez. Now, Theo has a nice chance from a layout cross early in the game, which you got to give De Gregorio, right? That's his last name. Oh, the guy, you have to just give it to him. Despite the fact he still gave up 3 goals, this guy was making saves left and right. So for me, I thought Theo's performance, all in all, playing in that left wing back, I thought it was pretty solid. So I ask you, G, what's your grade? I give him a B.
I give him a B, and I mean, De Gregorio, I mean, we're linked to him, so I don't know. But I mean, I'm gonna give Theo a B. He's getting better. I think he's back with his fiance, so I think he's gonna come back big, man. Shout out to her and Wanda Nara, my 2 favorite Italian women of all time.
All right, John, what's your score on that?
I completely agree. A B is good. It's nice to see him on the left side again instead of centre back. I feel far more comfortable with him there.
I agree. Look, they giving my hat some love. Yo, new era, baby. Go find the store. It's in there, just in time for Christmas. All right, so we're all pretty impressed with Theo. We'll give him a B across the board. Let's get to our midfielders. Now, I've been harassing and playing this guy. I've been calling for him to be benched. Well, this guy came out with the fire, and that fire said, fuck you, Fabio. Stop talking shit about me. And he brought it. Tejani Reijnders, whatever his name is. Listen, if he plays like this, he's going in front of the sled. We're going to pop that red nose on him, and Santa's going to take him out of the North Pole. He was fantastic. Despite, I'm sorry to tell you guys this, that shot was trash. And it just happened to go right through the 5-hole. Hey, good enough for me. But he had the hockey assist on the second goal. And if you don't know what a hockey assist is, go Google it. I don't have time for this shit. All right? For me, Reijnders, he's the only plus. He's the A+. He's the man of the match. He was phenomenal. He was everywhere. No stupid shots. No bad decisions. To me, and you see on the screen, he is the highest rated on our squad. It's 100% deserved. Tejani, man of the match, A+. What say you, Johnny boy, about Reijnders?
Yeah, so I wish I'd listened before the game. Andon pointed out that Reijnders might be the one to score. I wish I'd put some money on that.
I know, man. He had good odds, too.
It's really good. It was 17-1. It's nice. But yeah, A+, absolutely. The only slight downside, I'm just going to mention it, was a really silly yellow card. The tackle was a bit scary.
That is true. I forgot about that. What about you, G? What did you think about Tejani's performance?
Tejani had one like in the first minute, Fabio, and then remember he had a good chance in the first minute, and then in the third minute he comes on. I mean, Tejani, this is what we're looking for of him. Like cover the pitch, pitching with a couple goals, pitching with a couple assists. I mean, Tejani, I thought he was exhausted. I thought he needed a rest. But the next guy we're going to talk about, he needs a rest for I don't know why, what reason, but he looks sloppy. But Tejani, A.
Absolutely. All right, so let's get to Loftus-Cheek because that's, oh, man, Ruben Sandwich, he's not looking so good right now. For me, I gave him a C. Not much he did wrong, but not much he did right. Just a pretty average performance. You're looking, where is the dynamic spark that Loftus-Cheek had against PSG? What happened to him? So, G, what's your opinion? I'm giving him a C here. Marcus agrees, C. Oh, yeah, I like that. Power Rangers. I like that. Power Rangers. I like it. All right, so, G, what's your opinion of Loftus-Cheek?
Nah, I'm going to give him a C, Fabio, but he's sloppy. But since that PSG game, I don't know if it took everything out of him, bro. And then remember, he was rested, and then he didn't have a good game versus Newcastle, and then he's just looking sloppy. He just needs to, hopefully this week rest, like almost 5 days rest is gonna have him play good game against Salernitana, to be honest with you.
I mean, it's not a better opponent that you can hope to get yourself back on track with bottom of the table. But Johnny, what's your opinion with Loftus-Cheek? I'm gonna have to start calling them left ass cheeks again.
I'm gonna have to be a bit more harsher than you guys. I'll give him a D because he was almost invisible to me.
I agree.
This is a guy who's supposed to be known for his marauding forward runs. Monza, we completely took him apart, and Loftus-Cheek was not really part of it. So something's up, and I don't know what that is. Might need a bit of a rest, but who'd you put in his place?
Maybe Benacer.
Maybe.
But we'll see. Benacer might have his own complications coming pretty soon, which we're going to touch base on it a little bit. All right, so let's talk about the right side of that four midfield. Florenzi, I got to tell you, I had to downgrade myself because I had him at an A. I really did. I liked what I saw. Again, when Calabria is not there, Florenzi is giving you a pretty good excuse of why he should not be playing even when he's available. Florenzi had two great shots, which Di Gregorio saved, and he made 6 saves on both of them, right? It's not like Florenzi was being an idiot. He had a blast from outside the box and a perfect chance inside the box that he was coming across. The goalie just made the save. So for me, I initially had him at an A, but I said, you know what? Take it easy, Fab. Take it easy. I brought him to a B because I thought it was fair. So, G, what's your opinion on Florenzi?
He just looks solid on the right. On the left, I don't think
he looks lively,
good.
Man.
Yeah, he looks lively, and this is what I've been talking about, like accountability. You know, but we already know he's going to be benched for Salernitana because that's like, you know what, going into the next level after the report card, I'm going in on the whole organization because they've been pissing me the fuck off. But I'm going to give him a B, Fabio. I'm going to give him a B. If he would have scored those chances, he would have been the man of the match like Rangers. But there's nothing he could do. That's just Di Gregorio just playing out of his skin. He's a good goalkeeper, but it was good.
These people love their pluses, Johnny. What's your opinion of Florenzi, man?
2 absolute cannons of shots from his right foot. Really, really impressive. On target for a relatively diminutive stature. He's got a shot on him, this guy. I just want to mention one point that Pioli said that he had played this, attempted this formation in order to try and protect Kier and Florenzi. Those were the 2 players he was trying to protect with this formation change. And he said Florenzi's because for the first time he'd played 3 games in a row. And so he was thinking he was kind of at the maximum what he could do. Sounds to me like what you said, Gio, in the next game he's going to get dropped for Calabria.
I don't like that. I mean, I think the guy put on a good performance. You should reward him, you know. But it is what it is. A lot of people are saying C. They're low on Florenzi. I thought Florenzi.
It was an early game. Fabio was an early game, so probably they were seeing
that. True. They had their crust in their eyes.
Yeah, stuff like that.
They didn't have their coffee. A lot of people slept through the first half. Probably missed some of Florenzi's good chance. All right, so let's go to our front 3 now. We'll start with Leao. All right. Now, I have a feeling the guy in the middle is going to be a little harsher on Leao than probably we should. But I'm going to just say that all in all, I thought Leao did well enough. His assist to Simic was, again, great play, great cross. Leao's moving around. He's on the right side there on the set piece that they were doing. I give him a B. Again, I know you need to score goals, Leao. We kind of expect him to do so much. But for me, I thought it was a good enough performance from Leao. So I'm giving him a B. Now, before Gio goes, I'm gonna go to Lab Gorilla because I feel like Gio's gonna be a little too much on Leao, like he usually is. But Johnny, what's your opinion of Leao's game?
So it comes to, it's a tough one to think that he's such a talented guy. He's got an assist, but I feel like I want to give him a C because I think he's capable of so much more. That's just all I want to say about that one. I sound really harsh, but he's got way more in his locker. So
he does.
That's the only thing I'd say. C, unfortunately.
A C. All right, listen, I'm not going against it, but G, what's your score on him?
Nah, you know what, Fabio? He gets a C. He got because just Like I think like because he got the assist and he made a couple runs, but like when the commentator and then the guys in the studio right here in Paramount Plus say that he's not playing to his potential, even at really Newcastle, he really didn't do anything. So like this is like he's 24 years old now. This is a time that he has to break in, especially going into his prime 25 to 30 now. He has to explode to be one of the top 5 players in the league, in the world. So to me, very just like, he knows that he doesn't have to play well, and then people still gonna love him. So he got that assist, and then it sugarcoats everything. Like the man in the middle that I'm about to rip again.
Oh my lord! A shout out to excuse me. Let's see, they're saying B. They're kind of in the middle here. B minus. That would be in the middle of a C and a B. But shout out to Eugenio here, man. He's one of my brothers from the club. Always a great time to hang out with him at the club. Thank you for checking in, brother. And look, Leman Yusuf saying B. I think you guys be a little too harsh on our boy Rafa. That's all I'm saying. All right, so let's go to Pulisic before we get to the guy in the middle. All right, now Pulisic had a great cross early in the game for Drew, who didn't finish it. He technically gets the assist on Tijani's trek through the middle there in 3 minutes. This is a very, very kind assist because he really did nothing. He does have a blast before the end of the first half that rocks the crossbar. So for me, I think it's a B. If that rocket doesn't hit the crossbar and it goes in, solid A from Pulisic. But I think it was a B performance. So, Johnny, what do you think about Christian?
Again, I think Pulisic is capable of a lot more than what we saw. I was impressed with his curling shot. That was one that was like out of nowhere. The class of the guy is shown.
Yeah.
But for this game, for the level of opposition, for the way we were dominating them, I thought he could have done more. I'm going to go C.
Oof, my Lord. All right, C. Gio, what say you about Captain America?
You know what I'm starting to notice about Captain America, Fabio? It's like he's not really in the game, but when you need this motherfucker, he's gonna come in clutch. So like that's like, but just the technical ability on that shot, Fabio, that's like technical. That's techers, you feel me?
Mhm.
But like that's why like I feel like what John's saying is a C, because he's not really in the game, but then he could come like the Newcastle game. Like let's be honest, he really didn't have a good game, but he scored the goal because he's right there. A lot of other people, like if we would have had Macias or Silent Makers, that shit going into Tribuna, you know how it is.
Yeah.
But he scores it. So that's what I'm starting to notice about Pulisic. He might not be there the whole game, but when you need him in the clutch, I mean, the guy is gonna be there. So yeah. I'm gonna give him a C because I expect a lot more now, Fabio.
You guys are too harsh.
And now I want to say something. Outlaws, like we don't need you as fans out here. Like,
take it easy.
Okay, like supporting, like now y'all want to come alive. Now y'all want to watch Serie A. Now Daddy LeBron left Premier League. Now you want to suck off on Serie A. That's fake love. We don't need fake love like Drake
I don't co-sign this. I don't co-sign this at all. All right, Outlaws and any American fans, you are very welcome to please love Milan and follow us and Pulisic as much as you want. Milan Weekly Podcast does not support anything that Gio just said. So, all right, let's go to Giroud. All right. My notes are basically wasteful. He had 2 or 3 good chances. Header, a little half volley that he just hits over the net. And then he makes a great assist for Okafor. But other than that, I thought he warrants a C. Johnny, what you think?
So, I was having a conversation with you. I remember I was texting you saying, can we get this guy off the pitch? And then, out of nowhere, he put that great assist, which showed that even when he's tired, his footballing IQ is out of this world. And he did a similar thing in the Newcastle game when we thought he was gassed, and then he stayed calm and he put that ball out to Pulisic. For that, he deserves a B in my book.
All right, G. Look, Vinny just came in. He said, come in, and Gio's already throwing fire. He loves it. Go ahead, because we know,
Look,
Giroud,
look.
your girlfriend must have been staring too hard at the
No.
television. Tell us
No,
why
she like
it's
like
not
if
good.
she's gonna like any Milan players, Leao, okay? All right. But Giroud, to be honest with you, there was 4 sitters that he missed. He's very wasteful, and I think for that Newcastle one, John, that went off because that was a flick, like one of those things that he does. Like he's tried 100 of them, and finally one's gonna hit the fan. So like I don't really give him credit for that. But Giroud is very wasteful, and then I got like 10 to 12 DMs. Like Gio, you're right about Chukwueze. He puts a good one in for him, and he's wasteful. Like, come on. I was like, that's the thing that I'm not liking. Like, everybody you want to love Giroud, that's fucking fine. But be fair to our players. Chukwueze has put like so many on a platter for this guy, and he's fucking up. But I'm glad Chukwueze isn't a weak guy like fucking CDK, and he still has like the dog in him to do what he do in Champions League. So for me, Giroud F, and that goes because of fucking Pioli too. Because of Pioli too. Because Jovic in his little cameos and his little 10 to 15 minute cameos looks 20 times better than Giroud. These last 3 games, he didn't come on this game, but the last 3 games that Jovic has come in for his little 10 to 15 minute cameo, he's outshone him, bro. So like in 45 minutes, he's outshone him from whatever he's done to me. And I think we have to move on. Like 4 sets me like he's not giving like he would have had 5 assists wasn't for him and Loftus Cheek right now, and we wouldn't be talking about if Chukwueze is a waste of $28 million. Like, let's be honest. So I got to put that pressure on my father.
I think you're a little off your rocker there, my man. Your McDonald's Wi-Fi was picking up there for a little bit.
All right, I'm gonna send you all the clips of the sitters that he missed. 4 sitters. Imagine Tijani don't do his thing. Imagine like Di Gregorio says everything else. We would have been coming around like, oh, you know what? We drew the game because of fucking Drew. Like, let's be honest. Just because he puts in an assist and all that stuff. You know, I need a striker, Fabio. We're gonna get to the striker.
3-0. What are we talking about here? All right, so let's.
He just did an assist. And shout out Tommy Time. He out there in Canada. I know you would agree with me that he's a fucking cadaver.
He's no cadaver. That's a harsh, man. He's at least stays healthy, and he's 37. You know, as a 38-year-old, you should be respecting somebody around our age playing so well still. All right, so let's quickly just touch on the substitutes. Benacer, not much. I gave him a C. He's just on the last 25 minutes of the game. Batazagi finally got some time. That was good to see. What?
You see, I got right there.
The counterattack that led up to the second goal against Newcastle summarized how bad Drew is.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, come on. We're speaking facts. We're watching the game. We're not falling in love because he's a handsome man and you want to be with him and shit like that. Like, come on. Call the game.
All right. So Batazagi gets some time, but again, not much else goes on in regards. The only real Chukwueze comes on after Okafor gets hurt. So I gave him an NA. But let's talk about Okafor because he did come on. He gave you good 13 good minutes, like your girlfriend would say, and got a goal, but then he gets injured, right? Injured on a celebration. So I would have gave him an A for looking lively, coming on, scoring a goal, bringing pace. But he gets a B just for getting injured like an idiot on a celebration. What's your opinion of Okafor? Let's start with you, John.
Probably a B. I like how clinical the guy is. I really do. I think he definitely needs more game time. And to your point, Gio, I did want Jovic on, actually. I did want to see him play, but he didn't come on because for whatever reason, Pioli didn't select him. But Okafor
I think
is a real good selection.
Yeah. I think the injuries messed up having Jovic not come on, honestly. But yeah, I agree. What's your opinion of Okafor, Gio?
I'm gonna give him an F because he knows we got an injury crisis and he want to be doing stupidities. I'm not gonna blame this one on Pioli. No, I'm gonna be real, Fabio. I'm fair down the line. What was you doing? You was trying to throw a gang signs up, or what the fuck? Because that looked like you was doing that sea walk that Snoop Dogg does. So I'm gonna give him a F because he got injured. Now he's out for a month.
Kill me. Gio's gonna kill me.
Now he's out for a month, Fabio. He injured himself. This is not on Pioli. This is on him trying to do like a Macarena dance that doesn't come off. And as soon as he landed that, he said, "Oh, I'm done, bro." Like that's an F, bro. That's an F, bro. I get a A. I get a B for because you can't really give him a long time because he came in as a sub. So he's already like at a B level unless he wins the game last minute goal. But come on, bro. Like you out here like injuring. Now we got to go with Giroud again because Jovic got 3 GA in 3 games, but this guy got to ride the bench. So I'm going to be fair, Fabio. I'm fair as they see. You know, that's the California grading scale. That's why we have exit again.
All right.
Oh my God, you're killing me, G. You know I can barely breathe.
See, come on, Marcus, understand it. Like, what was he doing? Like, I wish we could show the clip, bro. Like, what the hell were you doing?
It was a lethal celebration.
What happened to like to stand there and look?
I know,
you couldn't do that. You had to dive on his knees.
Jump, and I think he was trying to do a backflip, but then he said, "Oh no, I can't." And then, boom, bro. Like, get out of here with that.
All right, so last grade. Let's talk Pioli. John, we'll give you the floor first. What grade do you give Pioli for this game?
Oh God. All right. This is a tough one, dude. All right, I'm gonna give him a B. At the end of the day, he delivered a win. What can I say?
Agree.
And he definitely confused the Monza manager in the first few minutes with his formation.
Yeah, I thought going 3-4-3 was smart. I would have given him an A. But the B for me was not starting Simic when he seemed to be ready and played well, especially with this formation. So I give him a B2. G, what say you about the bald Megamind?
The ball guy for me has got it back-to-back greatness, even though he given Giroud time because I don't know, he probably like in love with him. But I'm gonna give Pioli an A, bro.
Oh,
clean sheet. Yeah. He brought in Simic. He stopped being stubborn. He could have.
You can't predict Gio's grades. You cannot.
He could have brought in like Benacer or somebody. He could have brought someone to put him in there and stuff like that. But he said, you know what, I'm gonna give the kid a shot. And then he's starting to make changes. What I like, he's starting to do like 5 substitutes now, which I'm loving. Batasaki not getting 3 minutes no more. Now he getting like 20, 23 minutes, which I like.
Yeah, no, it's good. He's finally being forced to use the young kids. That's the report card. Let's get to our next topic. All right, so as you guys saw, the injury crisis, despite us winning, still in full effect. And who was at Milan today? Our old buddy Zlatan was there. And of course, Zlatan wasn't alone. He was there with the rest of the, I don't know how to put them, the top brass here. As you see Moncada there. And the other guy, Anthony, whatever the hell his name is, because I don't remember what it is. But let's go through our injury crisis here, right? We got
that's D'Ottavio, Fabio. That's
him too. I remember we couldn't find an actual picture of him. It's glad we've identified him here. So let's go through our injuries, man, because there's a ton of them. So supposedly this came out. Let's bring this up from Gazzetta dello Sport. So according to them, with this injury fixes that are being evaluated, there's an introduction of possibly a new physio. As we know, the physio's been somebody since, 2011, right, John? Who's been with Pioli. He's been kind of his ride or die.
The head coach,
they're talking about changing head coach or the medical staff. That depends on how the season ends, I think. Improvements to Milanello. And less demanding preseason preparations, whatever that means. I guess no more trips to California. I don't know. But whatever that means, we have a lot of injuries. Pubega's out for at least a month.
They saying
I'm going to be out a month too.
No, they saying that he's season injury if he has the surgery, Fabio.
Really?
Yeah, Vitello, Longo, they saying it. Yeah,
Okafor is at least out until January. We'll see what happens with his hamstring issue that he's got going on. Musa obviously missed the last game. He's in doubt for Friday's game. whether he has
No,
muscle
Fabio, you know update on Musa. Musa not coming back to like the new year or after.
Musa is
Right.
definitely
it's
not
more
playing
serious.
this weekend. According
Yeah,
to
it's
the
more
text.
serious than before. So
Yeah.
All right. Well, it said he had a virus or muscle fatigue. I don't know what the hell's going on with him. These are Fat Mob is giving me bad information here. All right. But we have a ton of players. Chow's not due back. God knows when. Sportiello's supposedly going to be back next month. Pellegrino, they're saying possibly in January, but who knows? And Kalulu's not until at least March, if not longer. So let's talk about this particular thing. So let's go to the rumor mill because this kind of all plays together. Let me get to my next slide here, right? So, G, you sent me this. You were pretty upset. Please read this out loud because you were following this 17-year-old.
no, I wasn't
Fellas.
following Fabio. They say that he's a good talent. So, but basically, like, I don't know, like these guys, like Furlani, Makanda, even Jerry, they're like right now, like I don't want to be like the negative Nancy, but they're all assholes, bro. Like you saw the slide before, it says evaluate. What a fucking evaluation, motherfuckers! You don't see the injuries being evaluated. What type of stupidity is that? John, I want you not to show up for your job for a fucking month and see if you still have a job. I want you to do the same, Fabio, because I sure won't have a fucking job. I don't know what fucking job keeps people that are incapable of keeping people healthy, being evaluated. What are we evaluating? Are you that fucking cheap? That's why y'all lost out on 113 minutes, because y'all fucking idiots. And then now this Papa bitch guy, bro,
Yeah,
y'all didn't know that he was
What
not.
is this guy's name?
Yeah.
Popovich.
Yeah, it's
Popovich?
Matisha Popovich. So now you didn't know that he was non-EU. Now you're backing on. Now you're trying to give him to Monza to complete the deal. Are you guys stupid, or do you guys
Complete
know
the
how to
deal.
do your?
Now,
do you not-
supposedly, Manchester City are hijacking the deal to sign the young Serbian who was born in 2006. God damn, I was 21.
No, Fabio. But this is what I don't understand. I don't care about losing them and stuff like that. But now the reason is coming out. It's the same shit that got me aggravated in the summer. We're looking like a fucking circus. Remember losing out to Taram and everybody said that me and you were stupid. Now they got that thing in their mouth because they can't speak because Taram is balling out, right? So look at this. So now everybody was saying that Longo, Moretto, fucking Vitello, all these fuckers were saying that he was done deal. Even Fabrizio was saying that. Now fucking 3 weeks later, oh, we don't want to sign him. We want to fucking do some shady shit with Monza. Like motherfuckers ain't gonna get caught up later. And now we're evaluating if you want to sign him. Bro, like that sounds like a circuit. I don't care about losing on him to Manchester City and stuff. Like if Manchester City are showing things, they're probably gonna develop him, and he might not play for City, but they're gonna sell him for $40 million. I could tell. They sold Cole Palmer for $40 million. They sold a young English goalkeeper. What's his name? Like Trafford. What's his name? To Burnley. They sold him for 35 million pounds. We're talking about pounds, okay? So like they selling like the Manchester Cities that was doing fraud when they built they shit. They not doing that no more. I think in the last 4 years they have sold their academy youth products for 400 million pound total. That's how like now they're keeping afloat. So like they probably not even gonna play this kid, but they're gonna sell him for $40 million. But to me, I don't really. There you go, Romalo Lavia. They getting money everywhere and shit like that, you know. So to me, there you go. See, Strasburg speak. That's why I love the guy because he knows his name. Yeah, Trafford. So like to me, it's like, how do you not know that this guy is non-EU? Now we have to evaluate. Don't that look like you're incompetent? That you don't know what the fuck you're doing? Like, you know, and then the guy, and then the agent said, like, no, we're not. Why are we going to Monza? What the fuck? Like, this is how stupid the club is looking right now. Nobody's accountable to injuries. Well, you guys might think I hate Giroud. I don't, but I feel like if a player plays his part and he deserves to start, he deserves to start. This badge right here behind me, not this Ecuadorian one, but this one is earned right here. This one is earned, Fabio. Like blood, sweat, and tears. The fans going every day. Kuvarsu doing they fucking tifos. Us waking up at 3:30. Kim doing the Australian Gooners, the Asian Gooners, Milanista. All these guys like waking up early, and then we doing like this incompetent evaluating. Why do we have to? Why are we the only club? Are we that cheap? I thought we're the only club in Italy that made a lot of money.
I mean, yes, we might be that cheap. But the thing that I don't like is that you're talking to this guy for about 2 months and you cannot close the deal. That, again, that's like that Pioli on the phone line on the beach talking up his anytime minutes when you can't close the deal, bro. I mean, again, we are Milan. This kid's only 17 years old. You should be able to close the deal, get him to come be on the Primavera, give him a chance to come up to the Premier squad. And it's again, like, how many times do we see, they're talking about all these different players, but we don't close the deal. Speaking of deals, there was a rumor that got dropped today, and you mentioned it earlier. Mike Mignon, a magical offer, possibly in the realm of 120 million euros from Bayern Munich. Now, I ask you, Johnny, for 120, is this a deal that you think happens, and would you allow it to happen if you were the man in charge?
120 million is a lot of money to turn down, guys. It's a lot of money. You can rebuild a squad with that. You can do half a squad with that. So I'd have to say 120 million for a goalkeeper. You'd take it.
A goalkeeper who's had injury concerns over the last 2 years, too?
Yeah. Don't get me wrong. I love Manyan. I love him to stay with us. And he deserves the 8 million a year that he's asking for. But 120 million, you cannot say no to that, surely.
Yeah. What say you if they come 120 mil knocking? Strasbourg Steve says you can't say no to that. John says you can't say no to that. What say you, G?
Fabio, my thing is like the planning. That's why everybody, whether Manchester City got their charges or whatever, the reason I love their club is they know when the guys that has been, even Real Madrid, they know when it's time to let the player go. Like how many years I've been talking about Vicario, right? I've been talking about this fucker for 2 years, right? What is Gio seeing? I'm not saying that I get all these guys right? But like that would have been the guy, and I said it. Don't get Sportiello, give Vicario, pay the 50. If Spurs I think Spurs got him for like 15 million. I said if Spurs is doing that, like let's do a good deal. Empoli gave us a good deal, has given us pretty good deals. But to me, I mean, it's just the planning, because now, like they saying Gregorio to replace him. I mean, I love me some Gregorio because he's a shot stopper, but he doesn't do that distribution. Like Magic Mike got 3 assists. I know Tim might disagree with me or not like that. They think Allison is the best goalkeeper in the world. No, Magic Mike is the best goalkeeper in the world because Allison can't do what the fuck Magic Mike do. Magic Mike, y'all remember Salernitana last year when he was through on goal? He made that slide tackle. Allison breaks his fucking hip. Career over. No, I'm being honest with you right now. So to me, like, yes, we got to take the money, but like the downgrade, I would have loved me some Vicario. I think he should be Italy's #1 goalkeeper because he has been A-class. And when the Premier League, these guys who fucking only love English players are raving about you, bro, you're doing something fucking right. So Vicario would have been the right one, but now we want Vicario. We're going to have to spend probably 80 million to get this motherfucker. And
so Spurs got him for less than 20 mil.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. 20 million euros, though. Euros, not pounds. So, like, that's just cheap as hell. So, to me, I mean, we got to sell him, but hopefully there's another goalkeeper that we don't know about that Makonda could get, to be honest with you. So,
all right. No, I hear you. All right, so guys, here's our little segment we call Questions from the Chat. All right, I'm going to send a question out there. Questions for the chat. I wrote it wrong. So I'm going to put it in the chat here. While I ask you guys in the chat, please write what you think. All right. What are the 3 positions that you want Milan to address in the winter window? Now, that's probably being a bit hopeful, saying we're going to sign 3 people and they're going to identify 3 different positions. But I give you guys the opportunity here. What 3 positions do you think we need to solidify in this window coming up, starting in a week from now? So I ask you, John, you have your 3 positions. What do you want to see us go out there and sign?
All right. So because of AFCON and because of we've clearly lost another CDM, I want a CDM, at least one CDM, at least. In fact, out of those 3, I would select 2 CDMs. And then on the third one, I would want a striker. That's primarily what I would be after. I think we've got enough talent. I know some people are saying centre back as well, but I don't know. I don't know. I think I want to see these kids play. I want to see them play. But the CDM position is a problem at the moment. It's a big, big problem. So I'd use 2 of them there actually.
I have that as one as well.
Mm.
I think we need a defensive midfielder 100%. I think it's something they didn't identify in the summer. I think we need another striker because if one of them goes down, we don't have another one. We're going to pull up the 15-year-old. And then I think just because of all the injuries, center back has to be identified as one of them. So, G, what's your opinion on the 3 positions?
To me, I spend my whole money on Kyle Day at Fiorentina as the right back. If they want 40 million, give it to them and show them to shut up the F forever. To me, I mean, I don't know. I do want to see the end, Fabio, but I don't know if Victor Luto going with the first team to Nigeria if he's getting called up. So it's just, but to me, I don't know. I think I don't know. I think Kyle Day is special. I think him and Udoji are the future. Like everybody thinks it's DeMarco, but come on, DeMarco plays with protection. These fuckers don't need protection. They protect themselves. Okay. So to me, I get I work out a deal. I'll do some shit. I call up Camiso, like, come on, like just take this 20. We'll pay it in 50 years and have yourself a day. At least the Fiorentina Curvas is not gonna come and try to beat you up in the streets because you're selling another star to Juventus because he's linked to Juventus too.
Of course.
To me, Kyle Day, I mean, I get Miranda because Dale needs help and a rest. I mean, I don't think there's a lot of fake reports that he's like Dale. No, he's not. He can't make those coast to coast runs like Dale, so he's nowhere near. You know, I mean, and then I mean, I'm gonna go. I still have faith in the kid. I think. I think I don't know. George never liked him. I think George always wanted Pobega over him. So I go get me that Italian stallion, Samuel Ritchie. I go get him.
Yeah, Ritchie's been in the chat. They've been mentioning him a couple times. Marcus mentioned him. But Anthony's saying he wants a striker, a left back, and a center back or right back.
Why would we need a striker, guys, if Giroud's going to start all the games? He's not going to get dropped. No, like, we're being honest. I mean, we got other strikers performing, like showing more in 15 minutes, and he's not going to get – this is not the thing to Giroud. This is basically all on Pioli because he's not going to – Marcus. Ooh, that kid Zubamendi. That's a motherfucking problem. But that's like $60 million right there. We don't have that. Zubamendi, you see how he outclassed Barella, Mkhitaryan, and Çalhanoğlu? They couldn't get the ball off that motherfucker. He was too much. He was too much for Real Sociedad. Look how he was playing on while Barella was like his hairline was receding even more. So he couldn't get the ball off of him. Yeah.
Oh man. All right. Well, Morton is kind of on your wavelength. He thinks we need 2 CDMs with a striker. Marcus is saying a CDM left back and a right back, which you saw his last comment. He gave you a ton of particular people that he wants identified. Of course, Terry's here giving us his striker, CM, and a right back or center back. I think the defense definitely needs a little help. Just all the injuries we have. Vince is saying center back, deep lying midfielder, and a striker, though we know we don't have the money for it, for a real striker. Leban Youssef again, striker, CDM, left back or right back or center back. Again, that defense, again, Bartosaghi is not really somebody that you have a lot of faith in to be Teo's deputy. So we'll see. Here's Strasbourg Steve saying striker, CDM, right back. Then he starts saying some nonsense about Thiago Silva, which we're just going to look right over. Sorry, Steve.
Marcus, I don't. He plays right back. I thought the Brazilian plays right back for Girona, like Kualtu. I know Strasbourg Steve know who the hell I'm talking about. Kualtu, the guy who played. He's actually from City. I think he's an animal. You know who I talk about? Strasbourg Steve. Play his name.
Dr. Strange is in here. Renee Cumberbatch. He's saying center back, and of course 2 central defensive midfielders, which I think everybody knows. And the reason why we need to think about a midfielder and a right wing is because of AFCON, guys. Now, if you look at this particular list, I cropped out a little bit of it, but you see, out of the list, Napoli and us have the biggest gap when it comes, and probably Atalanta too, because of Lookman. But when we lose these particular players because of AFCON, if Benacer goes and Chukwueze, which is most likely going to go, you see the teams at the top there? Juve, Inter, Lazio, Genoa, and Verona don't have any players that are going. But we have
racism.
I mean, that's not racism, all right?
Did you just say that?
I don't know what the hell I said that was racist. Even though I said earlier.
There you go. I see. I love me some fucking Strasbourg Steve. He knows what I'm talking about.
Listen, I'm just saying, the AFCON, especially a player like Benacer, you've been hurt for so long. You're finally getting a chance, and all you do is like immediately you're going to leave to go play with your national team. I know AFCON's every 2 years, right? But come on, man, we have like an injury crisis here. We cannot afford to lose what some would say is our best midfielder to a tournament, which God forbid he goes to and gets hurt there again. No, I'm not a fan of this. I don't like it one bit. So call me racist, say crazy shit. I'm sorry. Please, Benacer, please.
No, you're not. The Benacer one is not racist, man. That's just like because he just came back from a big injury. And AFCON, they play physical, Fabio. They leave the studs in and everything. If you really watch AFCON, there's a lot of quality there, but they really hit people, so.
I enjoy watching AFCON, actually. It's good games.
I don't doubt it, guys. That's not my point. My point is just like we're having like an insane injury crisis at the moment. We cannot afford to let players go leave and play in an international tournament, which I'm sorry. Why is this fucking tournament in the middle of our season? I get it.
Once every 2 years.
All right, but I get it. It's hot. For the love of God, you can't do it during the summer. But come on, man. Come on. Enough of this, please. No offense to any of our African fans. We love you all. You guys can go play at AFCON as much as you want. All right?
Can I answer?
I don't want them ever going.
Vince, bro, Gabia is messed up, bro. Like, he took a very bad thing. I don't even think he's going to be 100%. I mean, I don't know how you recover like that. Nah, I really like AFCON. I mean, the thing going on, but Benny, I think because he's the main guy, because last time that they won AFCON, he was the player of the tournament.
He was.
So they're going to rely on him.
He was.
And that's where the thing about me and him going is like, okay, he just barely came back. He's not even playing a full 90 for us. And then he's going to leave.
Exactly.
Like, they leave at like what, December 30th will be after Sassuolo game. Yeah. And because I don't think we played till the league till the 7th. Yeah, we got Coppa Italia on number 2, but on the 2nd, but I don't think he would play that day. But to me,
oh damn, he's doing it for Mama. Renee,
there's no way. There's no way. He's been pre-selected already. There's no way he's not going. He's just going.
Listen,
he's that important.
If you guys have never watched our channel before, I say it about every Milan player. I hope they don't play. I hope they don't go. When Southgate doesn't call Tomori, I say good. Leave him alone. Leave him in Milanello. He doesn't belong over there where he could get hurt with these idiots. All right, leave him there. I'm sorry. I don't even want Pulisic playing for USA. I don't care. Don't tell me about the Gold Cup or the Nations League. I don't give a shit. Leave them alone. When they play on Milan, I care about Milan and Milan only during the season. In the summer, it's all fair game. That's all I'm saying. But let's talk about just one thing before we move on. The coefficient, they're putting this out.
Ah,
So Italy, supposedly, and sorry guys for the coughing. I've been dealing with a cough for like fucking a year here, it feels like. But Italy, why it's important that we made the Europa stage is for things like this. Next year, they're expanding the Champions League group stage and changing it completely. But there's going to be a fifth spot available. And obviously, since we are not fighting for the Scudetto every year like we should be and hope to, we unfortunately have to worry about whether we're fourth, fifth, third, whatever. And this is a potential that City, because we've gone far in the past couple of competitions with Roma, Fiorentina, Inter in the final, the further we go in all these tournaments, the better for the point system, right? So that kind of goes right into my next point. We end up in the Europa League, we get a draw. This Rennes team, whatever the hell they're called, they're sitting in 15th in the French league. I love that. 15th is great. That's bottom four for you people that don't follow Ligue 1 or whatever they call it over there, the Uber Eats League. But they are sitting in 15th out of 18 teams. They stink. How they're even progressing this far, I don't know. They have a couple of guys. One, Benjamin Buttergrow. I don't know, but he's fucking injured too. Good for him. He's coming back in January, according to Fat Mob. He's got about 4 goals and 2 assists, so 6 GAs to his name. That's all they got. The only other player I noticed was Matic from used to be on Manchester United and Barcelona. That's it. They ain't got nobody else, nobody to worry about. All right. So I ask you guys, now that you see we're in Europa League, not quite in the final 16 yet, because we have to play in this particular little spot for the second place teams. But you got big boys like Liverpool there. Bayern Leverkusen, it looks extremely strong. How far do you want to push going in the Europa League? Where do you place it on your level of importance? So I will ask you first, John, because Gio's over there playing, touching buttons, not paying attention.
all right. Well,
No, answer my question first, John.
what's your question, dude? Does Pioli keep his job? Oh, Jesus. If he wins Europa League, I think he keeps his job, honestly.
I mean, that's like a fucking no-brainer. You mean if he wins a trophy and we get top 4, why would you fire him?
Europa League and then, oh, come on. Europa League and Coppa Italia? No. If he wins Europa League and finishes top 4, he keeps his job. No brainer.
Absolutely.
Now, your question is, how far do I want us to go? You know what I want? I want Liverpool. I want a match with Liverpool. I don't care when that happens. I want it to happen. Simple as that. That's the game I'm looking forward to.
What you wish for, John.
Hey, that's what I'm here for. I'm here to see the big games. I'm not here to see Rennes or whatever. Let's take it seriously. Let's beat them, and then let's get into the main, knockout draw, the last 16, and let's get a good game. That's what I want.
Gee, how far do you want us to go in the Europa League? How serious are you taking it, all things considered?
I mean, we're the top 3 to win it, Fabio. This is a trophy that's not in our trophy cabinet, so let's just add it, baby. I mean, I wanna face Liverpool in the final. Let's make it a trilogy and let's get that thing up so they could shut up about 2005. So I mean, to me, I wanna advance.
Shut up about 2005. We won 2007. That was the shut up. That was the revenge game. There is
but they don't count that. So now we beat them for another time. That means series 2-1.
What the fuck do you mean they don't count that? There is no coming back. As a Yankee fan, there is no coming back when you lose 3-0 lead. There is no coming back. There's no other victory that will win it over. We'd have to win 4 more times and in such insane fashion to turn around on them to ever make us forget about 2005. I will never forget about 2005. Nothing will make me forget about 2005. winning a Europa League quarterfinal, semifinal, final against them will not erase 2005. We won 2007. That was the immediate revenge. That's it. So for me, and I'll tell you honestly, I want to go obviously as far as we can. It's better to win this so we could be in, if there is a pot one or whatever the hell is going to be happening next year, I want to be in that pot.
Well, the Champions League next year doesn't have groups. It's one big league table.
Exactly. That's why I don't quite understand what the benefit is besides just winning it. So, but those games are going to be obviously in February, so we don't have to worry about them. Thursday night football. All right, it's going to be the 15th of February and the 22nd of February. Shout out our brother Stevie P. That's his birthday, the 22nd. I know that because it's my niece's birthday as well. All right, so let's get to the other tournament that I think, after things that have happened today, which were extremely wonderful to see, we need to start taking a little more seriously. If you paid attention to the Coppa Italia yesterday, Napoli was bounced in ridiculous fashion by Frosinone yesterday 4-0. A donut. They got, they did it to them dirty style, all right? And then today, Inter played Bologna with their former Inter player as the coach over there, Thiago Motta. And Bologna, they've been their boogeyman for the last 2 or 3 years, and they did it again today. Despite losing 0-0 going into extra time, they give up a goal. Looks like Inter's going to win the game. In the last 15 minutes, Inter shits the bed and gives up 2 goals, and Bologna goes through. So let me bring this up. As you can see in the top right, I know it's very small, but there we are. We were playing Calgary, Alberta, Canada. In what is that? The 2nd. So not this Tuesday, but the following Tuesday, we will be playing them. And then we will be facing the winner of Atalanta Sassuolo. So there's the final 8. If you could look at this particular screen and tell what the hell it says, Bologna and Fiorentina are one side of our bracket, while the other side, Lazio and Frosinone, are the only 2 that have punched their ticket. But seeing no Inter, no Napoli, only possibly Lazio and Roma still has to play their match, and Juve has to play, and Salernitana on the other side. This seems like we should be at least expecting to get to the final, if not winning the Coppa Italia, no?
Wow. That's an assumption, dude. That is an assumption. Atalanta, Sassuolo.
2003, Fabio. 2003.
Sounds like a great year to break that, does it not? 21 years? Pop the champagne. Let's go. Johnny, what do you think, man? Do you think Coppa Italia should be on our radar as something that we should be accomplishing this year?
I was really shocked by Bologna beating Inter, because when at the moment I saw Lautaro had a penalty, I thought, screw this, stop watching.
That was nice. Very nice. Good save. Absolutely.
And I had a Napoli fan ask me today, how did we do in the Coppa Italia? Because I didn't watch it, because he assumed that we're just going to cruise through. And when I told him it was 4-0, he was in absolute shock. So it is a bit of an open door. Yeah. It is a bit of an open door. But come on, Atalanta and Sassuolo, either team, is not a game to just take lightly. But it would be a lovely final, Milan against Juve. Looking at they're the opposite sides of the draw, so it could happen.
And we'll have a battle possibly if Roma were to win their game. Lazio Roma on one side,
nice.
Juve and Frosinone on the other side. So that's a big match right there. Could be looking at Lazio Juve, Roma Juve on one semifinal with hopefully us and Bologna on the other side, maybe.
Maybe a new manager. Ooh.
Possibly.
Controversial.
Oh, my God. Don't say that. Let's not make a mind off yet. He has, listen, every time people, including me, try to put this guy in his grave, he pulls an Undertaker and kicks the casket up and sits up, all right? There's no chance that this guy is going to be buried. And every time you think you put dirt on him, He's like Michael Myers. He just keeps coming back. G, how far do you think we should be pushing Coppa Italia this year?
Final. I know Sassuolo and Atalanta are tough teams, but I think Gasparini rotates. So, I mean, no matter what, we're supposed to be in that team. We have a better squad, even though like half of the squad is injured. But I want to make it to the final. If we don't make it to at least to the final, Fabio, like we're embarrassing, like we're pathetic, and that's just like disrespectful. Because if we beat the other brackets, not really. Now even Fiorentina, Bologna, I think we could beat Bologna and stuff like that. And Thiago Motta, Interista at heart, he brought in like Xerxes and Doge like only 8 minutes left to go. Mm-hmm. And then those 8 minutes they killed him. I mean, so he wanted them to pass, but I mean, yeah, we have to make it out and we have to see. I just don't want to see that focus because we just see that Inter might capitulate because I think they just lost Lautaro for a long time.
Can you imagine Coppa Italia, Milan v Juve, UEFA Cup, Milan v Liverpool? Wow, that would be a year, man.
Hell yeah. Vince is saying I want that fucking target on a jersey next year. Hey, man, your lips to God's ears. All right, final topic of the night. Preview, Milan, Salernitana. Come on, guys. 20th place versus 3rd place. They have, I mean, I don't even know if Ochoa is even playing for them.
Really. No, he's not there. He's injured.
He's injured. Their only win came about 3 weeks ago against Lazio, which was very surprising. They only have 8 points. So we should be expecting Calabria back. We're sitting with 32 points. So we have a big gap on these guys. 2:45 on Friday, prime time for them in Italy on Friday night. What's your expectations here? Let's start with you, Lab Gorilla.
So, Gio, listen, I think Jovic will start this game. This is a perfect game for him.
He
be
should.
Selected.
He should start.
He should be starting. It would make sense. Honestly, it does. So listen, Salernitana, minus 22 goal difference, 8 points, 34 goals against. I'm going to say take them seriously because we've done this in the past where we've absolutely shut the bed and given up games, but we have to beat these guys and we have to beat them convincingly. So I'm going to say 4 goals, guys. 4-0.
4-0. Marcus is saying 4-1. Anthony's saying 5-1. He's saying time to end people's coaching career. Oh, poor people. It's bad time, buddy. Gee, what's your opinion, man? Johnny's saying 4-0. He's saying slaughterhouse. Lipon, you said 4-0 as well. What do you say, you?
I'm not gonna pick like that type of game, Fabio, because let me bring out everybody back to earth that's picking 4-1, 5-1. Remember Udine? Like when we had Udine, they were in 20th place. They've only scored like 3 goals, and what did we do? We dropped it. We laid an egg and stuff like that. So I think if we're gonna win, it's gonna be a close game.
Just wait a minute, Gio. Wait a minute on that. The Udinese game was before a Champions League fixture. This isn't. He can go all out, and that's what I think. That's why I think this is different.
What about the dreaded? Despite them not having any holiday break, thank God, but it is right before Christmas. Maybe their players are looking past, thinking about Babbo Natale and everything in their whatever they're gonna eat the 7
They
fish.
should be thinking destroy. That's what they should be thinking.
I know, destroy, search and destroy. But look, even Vince Mancini said, in all honesty, I'd be happy with 1-0. Just getting a clean sheet. 3 points is all we need to keep up with the 2 leaders. He's 100% right on that one. But I don't think we're gonna get 1-0. I think that's a bit too much.
I think it's gonna be a tough game, Fabio. They got players like Buendia, guys that are very physical in the midfield that bully us all the time. I mean, this is Salernitana. I mean, if you need a win in the Serie A, what's the perfect team to face? Is Milan. Because we go hiding. Wow. Like we like the Lakers. Like the Lakers too. Like Lakers, if somebody needs to get paid like an NBA check, just face the Lakers 4 times a game. Average 30 points, you're getting paid 25 million a year. That's they like
Did you
cents all
just
year
win an
round.
in-season tournament? What are you
Yeah.
talking about?
No,
All right,
but
well,
so to me, I mean, this is gonna take the. These are the games I say it's gonna take the 50-50 balls. It's gonna take the passion. If we win the 50-50 balls, then we could destroy them. But if we're not doing that and we're just thinking, oh, this is Salernitana, I think they've only scored like 8 goals this year. But like, yeah. So I mean, to me, if we put our mindset and we go up 3-0 quick and we play well, I mean, we could do it. But if we're just gonna be lollygagging this, Vince Mancini, he knows, bro. Like, I think this is the Monza game was the first time in a while that there was not really that much pressure. I mean, we don't really get that many games like that. That we're just gonna go in there back-to-back games, just destroy the other team. So I'm really hoping for a 2-0 a win, clean sheet. And then we go to our dreaded bogey team, which is another team that's struggling. So we're gonna get 2 teams that need they need holiday presents. And maybe Milan is a holiday present because we never know what team's gonna show up.
No. You're going to get coal in your stockings this year. All right. I'm not going to give you my prediction because I expect you guys to be with me here on the pregame 60 minutes before the game against Salernitana. I'm going to be here doing the pregame chat. So please, if you're not already subscribed, make sure you subscribe and you hit the notification bell so you can be on with me. I'm going to do a pregame sessions with all the Patreons and anybody I can get to hop on with me Friday afternoon. For me, obviously, because it's afternoon over here. And then I'm doing a watch along, baby. You're going to get Fabio for 3 hours in a row. That's right. Call Roy. I'm doing a watch along, baby. We're going long, like your girl always hoped you would. All right. So that's what I'm going to be doing. If you're not going to be wherever you want to be and you're not going to be here with me, I would tell you one thing. If you're in the greater New York area, please go to the Football Factory at Legends Bar. Go check out the club in New York City, my club. I unfortunately will not be going because I am under the weather and I've committed to doing this. So if you're in the greater New York area and you're going to be in Manhattan, 33rd and 5th Avenue, right across the street from the Empire State Building. Now they say, Fabio, what do you mean right across the street? I mean, when you come out the fucking restaurant and you look up, there it is. It's in front of you. It's in the heart of the city. Go check them out. Make sure you say hello to our Presidente Remo and anybody else who's going to be at the bar. It is the best place to go check out Calcio and, of course, to support Milan. They're always there. Sometimes I'm there. Sometimes I can't. I'm not feeling so well, so my ass is here. That's my parting shot. Johnny, as our guest, we kick it to you. What's your parting shot for the people before Gio?
Just one thing I want to point out. In about 6 hours' time, the European Court of Justice is going to vote on whether UEFA and FIFA broke the law in stopping the Super League from happening. So it's something to just keep an eye on. Just keep an eye on that, guys. It's kind of gone under the radar, but it's going to be quite important. If you read into it, we'll probably talk a little bit in Milanista 360 later on in the week.
Very nice. Very nice. If you guys are not subscribed, please subscribe to Milanista 360. They're even tapping on the windows, trying to scare me here to make sure that I remind everybody. Subscribe over there. Check out John Husney and Sugar Shane. Mac, baby. Gee, what's your parting shot here?
Man, I just want to thank everybody. I know you guys say that I hate Giroud, but I don't. I mean, I just want the best of them. I want to give a shout out to my brother, Giuseppe, okay, from NYC Club. Follow him. Like, he's been doing like a cool little thing, Milan Christmas, and he got like match-worn jerseys, like even underwears of like Baresi back in the day that he needs to send me and all that shit. So I follow him. You got it, Fabio? His thing, Giuseppe Rosito. Giuseppe Rosito. Follow him, man. He's that's cool. Like that's
Beppe. If you watched our episode,
you know what's crazy?
New York City Club, that's Beppe.
Which is crazy. Like, I've never seen this done before. Like, he's doing like the all the days of like Milan jerseys. I'm talking about not just like shit that you
Feels
get at
very
the
jealous.
this
I'm
is shit like match
very
worn
jealous.
shit, match worn shit. Like so, like it's cool. It's cool. I ain't never seen this, and this shit need to go viral. That's the fucking reason I'm telling y'all that shit. Like, there's a lot of
Shout
Milan
out to
fans. That
Strasbourg
shit,
Steve. He's breaking laws. He's at work puffing. Strasbourg, don't let him blow the emergency bell on you, man.
yeah.
I love it. It's Strasbourg Steve. Big ups to you, man. Despite
Nah,
being
but
a two-team guy, I don't like that. I don't like that one bit. We still got love for you, brother.
no, but just shout out to him. I think his thing need to go viral, man, because I ain't seen that before. I think that's amazing content. Like in this day age that we have a lot of stupid content going viral, like stuff like this needs to go viral because it's not affecting anybody. He's just showing you like his passion and his stuff for collection. Match worn, like I said, he got everything. So it's a cool idea. So Giuseppe Rosito.
If you
man,
guys follow me on
Mhm.
Instagram, I'm going to share it now. On Instagram, I'm at Fabio_ from Long Island. I'm sharing his Boban one today for the 20th. I mean, Bepe's got every jersey you could fucking dream of. 4 Baggios for 18, Theo Hernandez for 19, Leao for 17, Mignon 18. I mean, every day. And if you see the collection Bepe has, you'll be extremely jealous. Only Strasbourg Steve and Gio even hope to be in this guy's stratosphere, but he's got match-worn jerseys, guys. Match-worn jerseys. This is not something easily accessible. Beppe is the real deal, bro. Real deal. He's having conversations with Baresi when Baresi came to the club. Bepe's the man, bro. I mean, again, that's why I'm so privileged to be a part of my New York City club, because the people I get to meet are real, true 100% Milanistas. So if you get a chance to go check them out, man. Guys, any other final words before we wrap this up?
No, let's just go and smash it. Come on, give us a nice present. Let's smash Salernitana.
Yes, baby. Gee, any final words?
Let's not get any more injuries, man. That's all I'm gonna say. And this evaluation shit is not flying high with me. Okay, this is not flying high. Nobody needs to be evaluated. They need to get fired. I know it's the holiday season, but like I said, I've been laid off before with the holiday season, and I got my ass back up. So if I could do it, they got like degrees and degrees and degrees of medical people. I'm pretty sure they're gonna find another job.
All right, what in the Christmas spirit?
They've been with Pioli. They've been with Pioli for 11 years, so Pioli's been coaching for 11 years, so they've had a job.
Yeah. Well, guys, thank you all so much. Thank you for hanging out with us here. Johnny, thank you so much for staying up. I know how late it is for you, man. Gio, I hope both of you guys and everybody watching, I wish you all a Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays. Check me out Friday, of course, pregame. I'm going to be here with the watch along. Strasbourg Steve might be joining me. We're going to have a bunch of people, whoever wants to hop on. You're more than welcome. Johnny's always ahead of the curve. I have to put John on like a minute delay because he's spoiling everything for me. But guys, thank you so much for being with us here. Me and Gio appreciate you. Live from New York, Southern Cal, and the UK. Ovunque e sempre.
Forza
Milan. Peace out, everybody. Good night.